This is the year of AI. And in fact, my company right now, we are replacing surgeons, remote technicians with AI. We're replacing a lot of different roles in companies with AI.
Welcome to Inventing Fire with AI. We're not just discussing AI, we're making it work for you. I'm Richard Crane, and in every episode, we'll explore real-world AI that saves time, boosts productivity, and fuels innovation. Are you ready to ignite your future? Let's start the fire.
All right, let's talk about AI. You know, my name is Rich Crane. I am the founder, CTO of a company called Mill5. We are a 10-year-old company, founded and rooted into the latest and greatest of technologies. We've been doing AI for 10 years. We're not the company that said, oh, ChatGPT, everybody jump on the bandwagon, AI. We've been doing it for a long time. You can actually search on the internet and you will find stuff from us going back 10 years. That being said, I'm going to tell a couple fun stories. Back when the Boston Marathon bombing happened, my business partner and I, working days and nights and weekends, we had a NLP process that was scouring the internet, scouring the news and everything else. I'm down in Florida, and he calls me up, and he says, dude, are you okay? I said, yeah, why? He goes, the bombing. I said, what are you talking about? He called me 20 minutes before any major news source had the bombing on their homepage, because he was scouring the internet using AI, doing NLP processing, and was able to get an alert so quickly that he called me up and said, where are you at? That was, I think it was 2013, I think it was the bombing, right? So that was 2 years before we actually officially formed Mill5. That was all the way back then. We go way beyond that now. So a couple things about AI. These are some quotes that you should know. The last invention that humanity will ever make is general artificial intelligence. We are approaching the fact that AI is now learning on its own. AI is coming up with new stuff without us. That's a little scary, all right? So if AI is inventing stuff on its own, where does that leave us? I don't know if it's a good thing or not, because AI doesn't sleep, doesn't forget, it just optimizes. The other aspect of it is AI knows a lot more than you do right now. Right? It has subjects and knowledge that none of us have. My company right now, we are replacing surgeons, remote technicians with AI. We're replacing a lot of different roles in companies with AI. In fact, I got a call from a big company the other day. They have, their business is elevators, okay? It's one of the biggest names on the planet. I'm friends with the CTO. I won't say which company, but you know who they are. He said, I want to tackle the legal department. Why? Because when it comes to elevators, there's, I guess, specific language, legal and everything else. He wants to get rid of the whole outsourced legal department. He's like, I have all the contracts, all the language is there. I could just let AI learn and figure it out. That's one of about 5 or 6 things he's trying to do right now. Every leader, and you're all leaders in this room, must champion AI. If you're not using it, start using it. If your employees are not using it, they better start using it now. By 2030, you will see AI doing most of the work on this planet. All the tedious work you do, all the repetitive work, you will not do. Because why? AI can do it for you, and it will do it better. And we'll talk about that too. Let's be clear, I'm very much a US citizen and have a lot of American pride. And I will just say this is a race between China and US. And this is what scares me a little bit. I use AI every day, and I use both US-based AI systems and China-based AI systems. And I'm gonna scare you right now. I like the China ones better. They actually do more work for me. They automate it more. It's a little crazy. Now, I'm looking forward to the next couple weeks. Microsoft has a conference on the 18th. I know for a fact, because I'm in a Microsoft MVP, they're about to launch some big stuff happening. This is the year of AI. And in fact, they branded this as the year of agentic AI, where you will be able to use AI to automate all sorts of tasks. I can tell you right now, I am one of the best developers on the planet. I don't code anymore. I literally haven't written a line of code in a month and a half, because AI is doing it all for me, and literally is doing it 100% for me. So I'm just orchestrating AI and telling it what I want it to do. And every one of you should do the same thing. But what is your business? My point to you is, how do you get better? And I'm going to give you some prescriptive guidance on how to use AI to level up every single day. I probably have 50 or more touch points a day with an AI system. Go beyond your comfort zone. If you ever had a topic that you felt, oh, I just will never learn that, I'm not good enough, the heck with that. Jensen, who is the CEO of NVIDIA, said, you know what I do? I walk up to AI and I don't know about a topic. I say, tell me this topic like I'm a 5th grader. And it explains the topic. And then he expands on it. He's like, okay, I consume that knowledge. I'm now a high school student. Expand. And it summarizes it for you very easily, very instantly. And then he expands it even further. If you're not learning every single day with AI, you're going to fall behind. Allow AI to automate everything, compress time, reclaim time. This is my 10x learning formula. Begin with simplified explanations and tasks. Gradually increase complexity and depth. Remember I said that 5th grader going to a high school student? That's kind of this scenario. Provide structured support tailored to the learner's evolving understanding. So if you don't know something, ask it. The key is this is a great way to do independent learning. This is a quote from Jensen, the NVIDIA CEO. I have a personal AI tutor with me all the time. If there's one thing I would encourage everybody to do is to go get yourself an AI tutor right away. Jensen has 3. ChatGPT is 1. The other one is Perplexity. And the other one is Claude. This is my learning stack. Everything in yellow I use every day. Everything in blue I use weekly. And everything in white I use occasionally. The big ones are the conversational AIs. Many of them are called world models because they have so much knowledge that really the big guys are the ones that are putting these things out. Search and research. Remember I told you about the rollerblade example? I use Perplexity for that. Code generation. Claude, I used to use a lot. Now I'm kind of using Gemini. So if you want a free AI, go to Google right now and use Gemini. All right? That you definitely want to use that. The one that's pissing me off, and that's very frustrating because it is so freaking good. And when I say it's so freaking good, it doesn't take one task. It takes whole projects and automates it end to end, is Manus. Manus is also from a China company called, I think it's called Monica. I use Manus every day. In fact, it's probably my #1 AI right now, which is really annoying. It's frustrating me, but I need to learn it in my job. Visual creativity. DALL-E, yeah, it's kind of passé. ChatGPT 4.0, awesome, right? Just start going out there and using it. Midjourney, still cool. V0, I don't use that much. I'm still trying to figure out how best to use that. And then Lovable AI. Lovable AI is awesome at creating concepts. My tools, since I'm a developer, I use these 4 tools, mostly Windsurf. Somebody mentioned to me over lunch, privacy. You must trust the model to keep your data confidential. I can tell you right now, if you're using these public AI models, it is not private. The only way it's going to be private is if you pull those models internally into your organization and you run it on your servers. Even then, it's a little questionable, right? Because are you using a model from China? It might have bias. It might have other things that you're concerned about. All right, best practices. I'm going to run through these real quick. Learn prompt engineering. Every one of you, treat this like a life skill. The more AI knows, the better it can return a response. Upload everything. These models no longer just understand text. They understand documents. They understand video. All right, they understand all sorts of stuff, images. All right, so upload as much stuff as you have. In fact, one of my favorite things to do as a developer, I get a bug in my IDE, I take a screenshot of it, I upload it, and I give it 2 words, fix this. And it says, here's your problem, you didn't do this. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know, right? And guess what? It's right about 95% of the time. All right, so what am I doing with AI right now? First, I'm running a leading AI consulting company with offices in 7 countries, 2 more coming soon. I used to be on the speaking circuit in tech a long time ago. Then I decided I'm going to start a company. I am moving back into my thought leadership role. In fact, I had stepped away pretty much in 2015, 2017 timeframe, and then COVID happened. When I went back in 2022, I started making appearances at conferences. I walked up to somebody that knew me from way back when. They looked up at me and they said, "Where the hell have you been?" I said, "Oh, I started a company." And they said, "Oh, right." But I'm stepping back into that thought leadership role. Part of that is there's a new podcast. I'm working with the Edge Media team on this, Inventing Fire with AI. A little bit of story about this. This is the new name of this podcast. The previous name was Destroy All Humans. We didn't think that that was a good name, but there's a funny story on a break. You can ask me about it. Document daily AI usage. So part of my personal branding is going to be every single day. I'm journaling how I use AI every single day. And you're going to go out to the podcast and see, hey, what did Rich do today with AI? Listen, I am a big, huge fan of Christmas. And every year I get really great ornaments and, I collect Christmas stuff. And I always had a dream where I would start a store and sell Christmas merchandise. Why? Because everybody loves Christmas. They're going to buy stuff. And I never got to it because all my other stuff got in the way. I'm launching it this year. All right? It's already up. I'm just working to get product. And by the way, I said, where can I get product for this? And it told me, they said, you need to go to this show in Vegas, you need to go to this show here, you need to go to this show here. I was like, wow, that's great. Enhancing health and fitness to accelerate progress. I plateaued. I have no longer plateaued. I had plateaued for a while, and I couldn't figure out why. And one of the things that AI figured out is I was not hydrated enough. As a diabetic, I'm constantly dehydrated. I started doing that. My health started improving. I started losing weight. I was shocked. Create a casual app company. So I'm a developer. And I put a stretch goal for myself. And guess what? It's working. I am building one full application. Keywords. One full application a day. All right. Right now I have a whole diabetes website calculating. I have a snake game, which is an arcade rendition of it. I have a Pomodoro timer along with a mobile app coming out, all sorts of stuff. But the idea is I wanted to create casual gaming. Why? Because how many of us who use our phone and we get on there, like we have our little favorite game we spend 5 minutes on. Or because I'm a diabetic, I check my blood sugar every day. All right, that type of thing. I use it to improve my personal life with my partner and my children. I plan things out. Right? I look for fun things to do. I look for exciting new stuff. I already mentioned I'm writing a fictional book. Yes, it's about AI. It's very cool. It involves magic and AI and all sorts of stuff. Personal tasks and research, such as mortgage rates, product research, etc. You know what? One thing I don't have on this slide? The word Google. I don't use Google anymore. I do not use search for anything I do. Not a single thing that I do uses search. I either use ChatGPT or Grok or Claude or some other AI. With that, yes, reclaim time. But also go from 1x to 10x. So if you're a 1xer, become a 10xer. Most of you have employees. They should be doing this. They should become in the 10x version. I'm not hiring anybody new in my company. We also said that at that global company meeting. No new hires unless absolutely necessary. Why? Because I have a commitment to my current employees to make them 10xers or more. 10x to 100x, 20x to 200x. Do not think small. You need to dream big and accomplish your dreams. Not your goals, your dreams. I'm doing things I never thought I would be doing at this moment in my life because I'm using AI.
Thanks for tuning in to Inventing Fire with AI. If you're ready to harness AI's full potential, subscribe and stay with us. Let's keep building, automating, and innovating together. I'm Richard Crane. Let's keep the fire burning.